I am here with the 2025 U.S. Women's Shot Put National Champion, Chase Jackson. Chase, another huge throw, 2084, round one today. How do you feel about today's comp?
I feel amazing. I came in, did everything I could to tape up my finger, try and get it ready to go. So to open at 2084 with not necessarily a finish on the ball, I feel super great. Obviously, I want 21, but I feel pretty good.
So you were speaking in other interviews that you have a finger injury. What pain is that causing, and how do you think that's affecting your throws right now?
Yeah, it's my middle knuckle, obviously a very important knuckle, and it hurts on extension, which is obviously important for a shot putter to be able to push on the ball. So pretty much I'm not able to flick the ball. I'm just throwing out of my palm really, or off these two fingers, which if you're a shot putter, is not the most convenient way to finish. But I kind of like my last practice, it was so much pain. I think I was only able to do 5 reps. That was Monday. So we just kind of went with the flow, tried to see what it felt like to throw off this finger, did that, and I haven't really touched the ball until today. So I couldn't be happier with my series based on training.
Any pain on today's throws?
Oh, yeah. My first warm-up stand, I tried to see what it would feel like if I put my fingers on the ball, and it was awful. So I taped it up really tight and then just started throwing from my palm. And it was mid, a 3.
So you're telling me through 2084 from your palm.
Yeah. It sounds like I'm bragging, but what I did was just kind of go a little faster. So I pretty much relied on a really fast left arm and finish. That way it just flew out. But I think ideally I think it just shows me I can throw really far once I get my finger right. But yeah, I just sped it up and let it come out.
So this is your third meet over your previous American record from the previous year. What has led you to such a consistent season where you're challenging 21 almost every meet you go to?
Yeah, I think we made some good technical changes. Really, it was just driving to the board. I realized I was off the board. So we started driving to the board, and then I started easing up in the weight room. I started competing a lot. Right before Ironwood, I wasn't able to lift, and I felt really rested. We were just kind of F it, see what happens, instead of doing a lift before. And I ended up doing what I did the day before and that day. So we were oh, let's see what easing off the weight room does. And I think it just helped, maybe I'm getting a little old. So I think we, in training, kind of focused on speed and explosiveness. And then I just made one change of driving to the board. And ever since then, it just it was a flip switched.
So you seem incredibly confident right now. You've honestly had the season of your life. Paris did not go the way that you were hoping. What do you think you learned from that experience to set you up for this season and to get ready for Tokyo?
Yeah, I think I just, I don't know. I guess I was doing too good for too many years, and so I guess I needed to be put in my place. That's kind of what Paris did. So, it made me realize I can't settle. I got to keep going, always grind, even if you're on the top. So, yeah, I've kind of done that. I really want to cement my place out here. And I think the biggest thing for me is I'm oh, I guess it taught me a lesson, and now where I'm at, how far I'm throwing, all I see is okay, come LA, then I'll be throwing 22. That's how I picture it. Just move on and be a better athlete now.
You think that's possible, 22 meters?
Yeah, I think so. After what I've seen myself do in training, I don't think 22 is out of the question. I've seen some pretty far throws. Obviously I threw the 21, 24 at Ironwood, but I never said that was my training PB still. So yeah, I've thrown some big throws. I've also warmed up and done some crazy things at meets. So, and I've seen some of the other girls do it. I don't think it's out of the question, no.
So Dan McQuaid and I were talking about this during the competition. It seems like you changed up your start a bit today. You've been experimenting with the Krauser slide for the past year or so, but it didn't seem like you did that today. What was the reason for the change?
I stopped doing the slide a couple practices ago because I hadn't done dynamics. I always did statics into my slides, and so my ankle started hurting. So I needed to just do reverses to warm up. So we were okay, let's do static reverses and then dynamic reverses. That way we don't bother the ankle. So I added dynamics back into my warm up. And on my very first throw, I was like super lined up, super good, felt really good. It was like 21:04. And I was like, oh, like I can do this with a dynamic, like, and be lined up and not have to worry. So I kind of like, I step back from the slide while I work out the timing of like getting out of the back and stuff, not over rotating, not kind of doing too much. So yeah, I think it was funny. I saw the video of Dane posted about my 2095, and me and Mitch were laughing because he was like spot on about all the stuff we were working on. But the problem is I was over rotating, and he's like, oh, I don't like it. And I was like, well, either do I, which is kind of why the dynamic has come back into place. So I can work that timing, and then hopefully maybe the slide can come back when I figure out that timing. So I'm assuming if you see videos today, I'll be not over rotated.
So I also
Can't complain.
So I also heard you talk about the importance, the impact that your coach Paul Wilson, as well as your husband, have had on your season this year, especially bouncing back from Paris. I've been talking about this with each of the athletes who've made the world team this year, because a very consistent thing they always bring up is their support system and how that's been the key to their success this season. How has your support system affected you this season, and who would you consider a part of your support system?
Yeah, my support system is huge. Like my husband and my coach are obviously like a huge integral part of my everyday training. But you know, my mom and my grandma are here. I lost my grandpa not that long ago, and he was a huge part of like my sporting life. So I think that's another reason. Like I feel super like motivated to succeed for him. So yeah, I think my support system's here. But it is the thing that changed in 2022 was I had the right people around, and that ever since then, like I've been doing so well. Like the one thing that changed in 2022 was just like a change in environment and having my husband, my now husband, and my coach. Yeah, they're hugely important. I think the most important thing is who's around you. So yeah, I'm so happy that I have the system I have. I love them.
Absolutely. So what's going to be your game plan going into Japan? Are you going to do any more meets, any more diamond leagues, or even look at the NACAC?
I don't think I'm going to do NACACs. I've done too many meets. But yeah, I'm looking at Brussels and Zurich next, and then obviously Tokyo after that. So yeah, you know, I'm just trying to keep it rolling. I know where I'm at physically, and I'm ready for huge things. So, you know, like I'm just going to try and lock in and keep it going.
So we asked this question back at USA Indoors, and this comes directly from my co-host of the Throw Show, Sam Weeks. Him and I are big anime fans. I asked the same question to Maggie earlier. What anime are you watching, and what do you have any recommendations currently for the audience at home?
Yeah, right now I'm watching Apothecary Diaries and the Gorilla Gods Go-To Girl, which I didn't. It was just like a random one I watched. It only has like 8 episodes right now on Crunchyroll, but it's actually really cute, really good. It's a little girly though. I don't know about for you guys, but I just restarted Kaiju number 8 as well, and that's obviously the funniest, best anime right now. Like I love it. It's so funny. But yeah.
Have you been to Japan before?
No, that's why I'm gonna stay there after Worlds because I don't know, I love it. I'm learning a little bit of Japanese, but don't tell the Japanese people, they're gonna see what I know, and I'm too scared.
Two more things. First of all, anything you're excited to see in Japan beyond just competing?
Yeah, I don't know. Just Japan. I'm excited to see like Tokyo. Like it's kind of iconic, isn't it? Like you see it in animes and you see it in, I watch some J-dramas. So yeah, you know, just excited.
You even got some tattoos on your arm. The Japanese press like the Luffy.
They do. They love the Luffy. He's the favorite. He's the favorite of them all. And Nezuko, I think. People love her.
Hisoka, bold choice.
God, I'm not having the conversation again. I just had this conversation with Kyle, Maggie's coach, and I said, leave me alone. I like him. He's a good character. He's not.
Got a sense of that. Chase, congratulations on another national championship. You're going to do great at Worlds. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.